be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. With the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
I'd like to nominate, it hasn't started yet, I'd like to nominate Amy Murphy, Maggie Murphy, Gary Burgess and Angie Bruton. And I don't know what the fuss is about really. Go! Don't go all over it.
This energy that has just filled the room, maybe that smile that's just crept across your face, or the tears that might be hugging the corners of your eyes. Maybe it is this ripple or wave of aliveness you can feel through your heart, or a lightness, a warmth around you. Any of this, all of this, is Mama. And we couldn't do this without inviting her along. So today, this is all about really carrying out her wishes and inviting us all into this wee bubble of her essence so that we can soak up and absorb the love, the wisdom and the inspiration that she was so wealthy of. And you can come in as far as you like, you can take what you need, but I do ask you to try and be as human as possible. In this human life, this human body that we're given, we have this precious gift enabling us to feel. And if we're to honour a precious human life that has just passed, then the most honourable thing we can do is to give ourselves permission to feel sensation, to feel emotion, to feel everything from joy to sadness and all that lives between. And by doing so, you help to hold a very safe space in here. And you give us permission and encouragement to do the same, which creates the perfect environment for healing. She said no hymns, just to raise the roof to the songs that she loved. And there was to be laughter as well as tears. So we're probably on to a good start. And us kids were to stay close together today. The boys were to behave. Actually, before I go any further, the time, the distance, the energy it takes for us to step out of our busy lives, for you to step out of your life and spend this time with us, not only overwhelms us, but I know would have overwhelmed Mum well and truly. And you know what, for whatever reason, and I'm not sure whether it's because she had her heart broken so many times, but my mum didn't think she was worthy of love. She knew how to look after others and she did it so well. Yet she couldn't get used to how kind people were to her in these last few years. So she made me promise that I would express her sincere gratitude to everyone that reached out and touched her. She said that you helped hold her heart together. And in return, she said she'll do her best to have you back. So when you're looking for that parking space, just sing out.
In your sunflower turns face anew.
Just like a sunflower, she is a vibrant soul that everyone knows and adores. Unique, a provider of instant happiness. Heat tolerant, in fact grew best in direct sunlight. And a genuine follower of the sun. You know, a sunflower will seek the tiniest glimpse of light when the world seems dark. And it does with its head held high, moving upwards and beyond any obstacles that surround it. A symbol of loyalty and of faith to something much bigger and brighter than themselves. Resilient, confident, and strong.
Truly resilient and beautifully you bring a smile to our eyes, radiate from deep within and far and wide, and these heights never did come easy, yet your sunflower rising faced anew.
Her heart of gold expanded and opened even more to protect us, to nurture us, to guide us. And her heart was always offered as a home to always come back to, as well as being a place that set us free. A constant source of unconditional love. He'll do a few rounds and we're out, it's great.
We seem to hear you whisper, cheer up and carry on. Each time we see your picture, you seem to smile and say, don't cry, I'm in God's hands, we'll meet again someday.
Nana, I miss you and I loved it when we spent time together. And I love you and thank you for saving me sweets and teaching me lovely manners and letting me into your heart. Love you forever.
When I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever, forever, never.
She wanted to feel this body until she couldn't. So what did she do? Well, she embraced again this life that was in front of her now. And she used this opportunity, rather than to live out, she used this opportunity to turn in. And as ever, as her guidance drew her in, her wisdom took her towards the treasure chest that she spent her whole life looking for. She found it nestled in the center of her spiritual heart. As she opened the chest and her heart again, she found the riches she'd spent her whole lifetime looking for. Acceptance, patience, self-compassion, and contentment. The more she leaned in and bravely surrendered into this loving awareness and moved out of doing all the time and into being, there was this huge release of all her worry and stress, to the point where she was truly carefree for quite a long time. This was ever so magical to witness, and it taught us so much about life, this human life. She found peace amongst the shit that tells me off that was constantly thrown at her, and she'd done her life's work. The day she decided to move on, we shared a few laughs around her bedside. She enjoyed her soup and her creme caramel. She had them daily. She walked herself to the loo and got herself into bed, and then the two of us snuggled up, hand in hand. And I told her everything that our heart kept safe for her. There's nothing she doesn't know about how we feel about her. I promised her that the boys and I would be okay, and I gave her permission. And not long after, when she felt like it, she drank up the last breath of this life, and she moved on. She died on her terms. She ultimately beat this disease, and she completed her life, free now of any burden whatsoever. I'm going to ask you one last time to stand and join me in song, her song, Hey Jude. Now this is the main request of today, so let's fall into being human. Don't worry about what you sound like, whether you are louder than your neighbour. Awesome. Let's raise the roof and literally knock on heaven's door and get her welcome party started.
Hey Jude, don't make it fast. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin. Then you begin to make it better, 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 better. Na, 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 na. Hey Jude, hey Jude, 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 yeah. Na, 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 hey Jude.
I'm going to ask you, if you would, just to lower your gaze or close your eyes for a moment. I just want you to feel this buzz that is running through you. Feel your beating heart. This gateway towards your treasure chest. The more you come back here, the more we remind ourselves of our true nature, and this chest will open. Unconditional love exists in all of us. We just need to slow down to bring our mind and hearts into harmony. And as we stay here just for a few more moments, I offer this small prayer. We acknowledge and honour this aliveness of whatever we might be feeling in the life that is here and now. We recognise the unease around death and how it moves us in our human body. Not just today, but in our previous experiences within our own life story. When someone we love can no longer be seen or heard or touched or smelt in a way that we're used to in this human experience, we can often feel cut off, at loss, and it hurts. As we come to grips with loss and death, we recognise the body that we're in, and we remind ourselves that this too won't live forever. But we give thanks for this golden opportunity where we're reminded that we are not just this body. Yes, it's a big part of us for now. It's a miracle. And it's an absolute gift. And it's something we have, but it isn't who we are. We are this loving awareness that fills this loyal vehicle and goes way beyond what we can see, hear, do, or think. Yes, love can break our heart, but it can also heal our heart and lead us into another sense of wholeness. This powerful force of loving awareness helps us identify ourselves with our soul. And we remember that that can never be severed from another. When we love someone with all that we are, there is never any separation. May we celebrate this precious life of our own. Be reminded that it isn't a dress rehearsal, and to embrace every moment we arrive in by accepting the reality of the present and trying to live it fully. Because in truth, all we really have is now. We thank you for your wisdom, Mum, your gifts of inspiration, your teachings. We thank you for your smile, your laughter, and your light. We thank you for your sass, your beauty, and your grace. We thank you for your everlasting love and kindness.
Mum, I just want to thank you for my good looks and my
Mum, thank you for being my sunflower, and thank you for bailing me out when the shit got real.
Mum, thanks for letting me borrow your uncle's car to get a new TV.
Mum, thank you for being my best friend, my loving rock, my teacher. And we all thank you, Mama, for leaving this earth, this life, a far richer place than when you found it. In return, we promise with all that we are that we will fulfill your most greatest wish. And it's a request or words that we heard every single day growing up, right up until her last days, and we can still hear it in our hearts. And it's funny because this morning, as I looked at my phone, a picture of two sunflowers showed up, looking at each other. And I didn't know this, but apparently when the skies are grey and there is no sunshine, they will move towards and face each other to share their energy. And my mum's words above everything else was to love each other. So we promise we will, Mum. And we love you forever. God bless.
So